As you all know, time is tough nowadays everywhere in the world, even in Pakistan, in India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Nigeria, Ghana, everywhere in the world inflation rate is getting high and high, and it's getting difficult for us to manage. It's getting difficult to survive on a single person's salary, right? Even when you think about coming to the UK, you need to consider, you need to think it, you need to make this decision very, very wisely. If you are a couple who are already here in the UK, that's it, you can manage, you can manage to take care of your kids. You can manage to fulfill their. When it comes to moving to a different country, leaving your family, your siblings, it's a difficult decision, and you need to look for the pros and cons. What are the things you need to consider when you want to move to the other country? You need to keep in mind that you are going to be you are going to be a stranger in the other country where you're going to, and you will be paying your house rent, you will be paying electricity bill, gas bills, and other council tax, and the other expenses for yourself, also your transport, your food, groceries. So you need to take all these things into consideration before you take the decision to move over. All right. And if we think about inflation in the UK, it's getting very high. Inflation rate is increasing day by day, and the prices are going up as well. So if you take my example, 2-3 months ago, no, let's say 6 months ago, I could manage with only for grocery, I could manage with 300 to 400 pounds. All right. Or maybe 200 to 300 pounds for both of us, for two of us. But now our grocery budget could go up to 600 to 700. You can imagine. Yeah. So inflation rate is increasing day by day. So if we think about our electricity bills and energy, what do you call it, gas bills, they are increasing as well. So I used to pay for my electricity. It's all included. I don't have gas, so everything is included. So I was paying only 60 to 100 pounds per month, and now we can go up to 150 to 200. Yes, that's right. And it's all inclusive. I mean, electricity and gas is combined. So I have a pay as you go meter. So I just recharge whatever I need to. So in the past 3 or 4 months ago, I used to pay only like 60 to 120, max 120 in winter. Now I can go up to 150 to 200 pounds. Yes. And also for gas bills, they used to pay, in my previous accommodation, I used to pay only 74 pounds. And one of my colleagues, she was telling me now she is paying above 100. So if you want to come here to the UK and you want to work only part-time, I'm answering the question of one of my viewer. If you are here in the UK and because of the childcare, you cannot manage to work with the NHS, and you want to work only for agency. So there are different things that you need to consider. First of all, the flexibility of shifts, you will get that. That's perfectly fine. But are you going to get enough shifts? You need to make sure that the agency you want to register with, ask them to sign a contract with you, how many hours maximum they will give you per week. Yeah, I know with this condition nowadays, with the situation currently we are in the UK, a lot of people, they want to do extra shifts, they want to earn extra money. So it is possible that you will not get a shift. All right. And if you sign the contract, or if they don't want to give you a contract, agency, if they don't want to give you a contract, you can just send them an email and ask them how many hours per week I'm going to get. All right. So again, the agency shifts, they are usually available and you can book. But most of the times what happens, most of the agencies, they email you when they have the shift available. All right, so you need to confirm with your agency how many hours max they will give you per week. If they are going to give you 36 or 37 weeks 37 hours per week, I'm 100% sure you can get more than enough, you can earn more than enough. All right, but what if they'll give you only one shift in a week or two shifts in a week? You won't be able to survive, my dear. All right, so you need to ask your agency how many hours they are going to give you. All right, how many hours they agree to give you. So usually for one shift, if you are working with very good agency, for one shift max they pay if it's just a normal agency, they pay like 300 to 400 pounds. And unless you work on a holiday, public holidays, then there are very, very good agencies who pay like 700 600 pounds per shift. All right, so it depends on the agency, what kind of agency you are registered with, and if they are going to give you enough hours to work. Because nowadays I know some of my colleagues, they are only working part-time and they are not getting any shifts available, because people like me, or who are working already in the NHS, they want to earn extra also, and they will try their best to book shifts as much as they can. And especially nowadays, if you have kids, it's difficult, so everybody wants to earn some extra money. So what happens, as soon as the shifts come, a lot of people, they try their best to book them as soon as possible. So if the people, they already booked the shifts, there will be none available for you. If you are late for some reason, if you did not see your phone, or if you were not if you did not manage to open your emails, you can miss all those shifts. Same thing is happening in the NHS. But in the NHS, I am assuring you, in the NHS, there are loads of bank shifts available. But bank shifts, they don't pay you as much as the agencies pay. All right. So she said she wants to work only with the agency. Means she is not working with the NHS. She is not working with the bank partners. If you have watched my previous videos, I've explained what is the bank partner and what is the agency shift. So bank partners, we only work in our trust, in the NHS. In the NHS, we have a regular permanent job, and as part-time we can do bank shifts in our own organization. All right, and for agency you need to go somewhere else, somewhere around your area, around your local area, but most of the time it's a bit far. I mean, you need to work a little bit out from your city, from your town. All right, so for the agencies, the good thing is they pay you very high amount of salary. Yeah, that's a good point. And shifts are flexible. Yes, that's a good point. I mean, you can give them a time range that you can work your hours. If you can tell them that I want to work morning shifts only, or evening shifts only, or I want to work 10 to 4 only. So the timing is flexible, and the pay range is very, very good. On the other hand, the thing is, if you don't get the shifts availability, then you are not going to get any money for that time, for that week. Let's say for the last week I did 4 shifts and I managed to survive, I managed to get enough amount of money, and this week I got only 1 shift. So what will happen? I will not get the money for this week. All right, so the thing is, I think it's best to do a permanent job, and as part-time you can do agency. And if you want to do only agency, you can do that, but make sure you ask the agency how many hours they are going to give you per week or per month. All right, if they agree to give you enough hours, then well and good. If not, it's gonna be difficult for you to survive. The best option here is for you can join the NHS, work with the NHS, and because we have very flexible rota here in the NHS, guys. So in 1 week you need to work 3 days, and 4 days you have spare. You have 4 days free. You can book agency, you can work bank, whatever you want to do. And the following week we have 4 long days, all right, and 3 days free. So I think it's more than enough if you want to work bank or agency with your with your NHS job. But again, if you have child care issue, you won't be able to do that. If you have someone to take care of your kids, you can do this technique. You can work with the NHS and do part-time job with the agency or bank. All right. Or the other option is you can call someone from your country to look after your kid, and then you can work. The third option is you can put your child in the nursery. Again, nurseries are very expensive. If I am getting 150 pounds or 200 pounds for a shift in bank or with the agency, if I'm getting 300, I have to pay 150 for my child care. It's not a good deal, right? So you need to take into consideration these things. If you can get somebody from your country, well and good. If not, I think it's good for you to do NHS instead of agency. I know flexibility is more with the agency shifts, but your job is secure with the NHS. You have other benefits. You have annual leave, you have sick leave, you have bereavement leave, you have other different kinds of leaves available. And if you talk to your manager, she can adjust your timings as well. If you want to put your child in the nursery from 9 o'clock, you can come to work from 9 or from 10. So it's entirely up to you. You can talk to your manager. If they agree, well and good. If they don't agree, you can choose agency or bank, whatever is convenient, and whatever you feel like it's good for you or will work for you. All right, so that's it for today's video. I hope I explained some bits about the agency shifts. And also guys, you need to make sure that you need to be aware that when you work with the agency, it's the responsibility is entirely on you. Your pin is at risk. Even with the NHS, your pin is at risk if you make any mistake, if you don't document your notes, you don't make your notes, or you don't do documentation. The responsibility and the risk of losing your pin is entirely up to you. But there is a lot of backup options here in the NHS. Your managers, your supervisor, your doctors, they're gonna support you with each and every bit. But if you are working in a place where you don't know anybody, you don't know supervisors, you don't know any managers, or you don't know any doctors there, and you make a mistake, it can happen that you are going to lose your pin. But I'm not saying NHS is very safe, but there is some possibility of, if you're going to make a mistake, you can report it to a dietitian. So you can make a report to your managers, to your doctors, or you can report it online or to your matron, and there can be a solution. And in the NHS, there is no blame culture. They are not going to blame you for anything. I believe, I never worked in the agency, but I believe maybe it's the same. It is same in the agencies, but I'm not sure. What I heard from other colleagues, that most of the times there is nobody to support in the agencies. You work like you are alone there. And honestly, when the people come to work in our hospital as agency, we support them with each and everything. We guide them, we take them to the ward, and also we orientate them to the ward with the other bits, also with the treatment room, each and every room as well. But I'm sure in the agencies also they do that. But what I'm saying is, if you are not registered with the Royal College of Nursing, the possibility for you to lose your pin is very high. So you need to register with Royal College of Nursing as well in order to secure your NMC pin. Yes, I didn't know that, and for first 6 months I was not registered with the Royal College of Nursing. But I must say that you should register yourself with the Royal College of Nursing. In case something happens, they are there to support you. They will be there to provide a lawyer for you. Hiring a lawyer here in the UK is very, very expensive. All right, So if you are registered with with any nursing organization, they will support you with each and everything. NMC is not going to support you, but Royal College of Nursing, they will do that. Other nursing organizations, they will do that. They will provide a lawyer for you. So it's best. Their fees is around £16 per month. So it's worth if something happens, they will be there to help me, to support me. And you can report anything you don't feel like you feel like something is going wrong in your department or in your hospital. You can report to Royal College of Nursing, and it's totally fine. They will help you with each and everything. I'm so sorry, my baby is sleeping alone. All right, so I hope I helped you in some way. And if I know that taking care of a kid here in the UK and with a single mother, if you're a single mother, it can be quite challenging, but you can find your way. You need to work out how you are going to do it, and what is best option for you. If you feel like agency is good for you, it's totally up to you. And there are people who only work for agencies also, but you need to make sure you are registered with a very good agency who provide enough hours and enough support with each and everything. All right, so that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye. God bless.